Hi guys, Malky from Lone Star here. I'm going to show you how to attach your rope to your chain to your anchor. Okay, so you've got the winch loaded into your anchor locker on your top deck. You've got your rope spooled on as we showed you how to tie it earlier. Now you'll come to this end. So the great thing about drum winches, one of the many great things about drum winches, is that you don't have to use rope that is actually spliced to the chain. You can use it with a splice and a stainless shackle as we have here. This is how we supply all of our rope kits. It allows you to customize the size and length of chain and just makes it a lot easier. So if you buy a rope and chain kit from Lone Star, you're going to have your rope, you'll have a stainless D shackle, and you'll have your chain. It's very easy to hook up, super simple. D shackle through the rope and that onto the chain like so. Now don't screw it in all the way. You need to use a thread locker like the Loctite 277 that we have here. You're going to want to put this on your threads, which I won't do because this is just a demonstration. After your thread locker's on, you'll tighten it right up. Make sure you use a spanner or a wrench as we call them in the US. And you do the tag up nice and tight. If you put thread locker on that and you do it up tight, that will never ever come undone until you want it to. That's that end. Now we come to the other end of the chain. If you have a Lone Star MMX anchor or a hammer claw anchor, you'll notice that it has a slide in the handle and also has a hole in the front. This gives you the option. If you're going to be anchoring mostly in mud and sand, you can just pop it in the front. There's no need to utilize the slide. If you may be going on reef or hard substrate, rocks, put it in the slide. So the next thing you're going to do, you've got your D shackle. It's a long D shackle. It'll go on your slide. Again, make sure you put Loctite on the threads. Do it up tight. And that'll slide forward. Now just a moment on the anchors. Why is this slide here? Well, basically this is a drive over recovery device. So if your anchor gets hung underneath a rock or in a crevice of reef, you can drive over it, which will move the D shackle from the front to the back, and there's a good chance that you'll be able to pull the anchor out in reverse. That's why we put it in there. So D shackle's on the anchor. Leaves us with this end of chain. What we're going to put on the chain is an anchor swivel. Now anchor swivels are absolutely crucial when using a windlass winch. We don't make windlasses, we make drum winches, but they're handy for drums as well. In a windlass, they tend to twist your rope and chain up quite a bit. Drum winches don't do that by nature, but they're still nice thing to have. With your anchor swivel, you've got a large end and you've got a small end. The small end goes onto your chain. The large end goes on to your D shackle. Never put a D shackle directly onto an anchor, or sorry, a swivel directly onto an anchor. It has to be on a D shackle. Reason being, if you put this on the slide and your boat goes this way, you will probably end up bending this and you may end up losing your anchor. Whereas if you put this on a D shackle, it'll just move around independently any which way. You'll never break the swivel and it keeps your holding power up. So we just simply take the bolts out. Now all Lone Star swivels come with an Allen key in the placard, so you don't have to go find one. So this is a 5mm for a medium swivel. Chain slots right into the end, either 6 or 8mm chain. In this instance we're using 8mm chain. Make sure you put your Loctite on the threads when doing this up, which we won't do because it's just a demonstration. Do it up nice and tight. Put the small end in the D shackle. Give it some curry. That's locked in. That's never going to leave. Same with this one. Undo this. This end is going to go on your D shackle, like so. Make sure you put some Loctite on that thread. Screw that in. Do it up nice and tight. Now, these points should never come undone. However, it's probably a good idea once a year in your driveway at home. Lower your anchor and all your chain onto the driveway and just check and make sure these are all still done up nice and tight. They should be. But we don't have much problem with these coming undone when they're done properly. Use Loctite and a wrench. So that's how you connect your rope to your chain to your anchor. Always, always, always use a D shackle, regardless of the anchor style. Never put a swivel directly onto an anchor.